Welcome back, everyone. This morning, a man's plea for help in solving his mother's mysterious disappearance years after she vanished. It sounds like something any son would do, but this case is a bit different. He wasn't raised by the woman who's gone missing. Here's my story about the mom's last walk.
She has 5 children that would really like to know what happened to her.
There's grass and stuff around the sides. I mean, you would have been grabbing for it and trying to get back up.
Something happened, obviously. I mean, she's either, one way or another, something happened.
A bizarre disappearance from the beginning. A mother of 5 vanishes. Her then boyfriend says he last saw her walking along a desolate ditch in a small town just north of Socorro. The date, April 15th, 2009. 7 years later, the search for Lily Lopez continues, looking for answers. Her children who were raised by someone else.
She did love us. That was true. That was evident. She did show a lot of love, and She did want what was best for us. She actually ended up voluntarily relinquishing her parental rights, which is why we got adopted.
Samuel Hutton, the boy once known as Little Jesus, says his biological mother, Lily, was developmentally disabled and at times suffered from substance abuse. But he says she cared about the 4 children who were adopted by the woman who helped raise her, Lily's foster mom, and that meant frequent phone calls.
For the most part, in general, her calls were about the welfare and concern about how we were doing in our lives.
So for years, Samuel's been calling the Socorro County Sheriff's Office to check on her.
Because I knew the family, it was devastating.
Now retired Deputy Shorty Visa says the case still haunts him.
You still look, you look at the ditch and say, is it possible? Did she fall in here?
Visa says Lily's then boyfriend, Michael Quintana, reported her missing. In this report, he told deputies he and Lily had been drinking, got into an argument. When he left, she was walking along this ditch bank not far from the home they shared with their young daughter. When he returned home, she was gone. 4 days later, Quintana called authorities after Lily's oldest daughter called him. When he did, he told them he found Lily's shoe on the bank of that ditch.
And then, oh my God, there's her shoe. And then he looks down and he said, there's an indentation in the dirt. That's where she fell.
And
I know
right
it.
Here?
Yeah, right about here is where he said it happened.
Okay. Did it look that way? Did it look like somebody could have fallen in?
No.
Still, deputies drained the ditches in the area, and Quintana joined them in searches of his property.
We looked through every culvert.
No Lily, but they did find her other shoe in the back of Quintana's Bronco.
When you opened up the hatch and you saw the shoe there, what did he tell you?
Well, he said he didn't know how it got there.
Quintana says, despite rumors around town he had something to do with Lily's disappearance, he would never hurt the mother of his daughter.
I still have feelings about it. It almost killed me when I lost her because it hurt.
Now, Samuel isn't sure what happened either. He's just hoping if someone knows something, they don't wait another 7 years to come forward.
Even if you're scared, do it for me. Do it for Little Jesus. Do something that would help us bring closure to something that's really haunted us for a long time.
So the family is now trying to raise money to hire a private investigator to help with this case. The Sheriff's Department told News 13 there's never been any indication of a crime and no suspect has ever been named. However, after we started asking about Lily, we learned there's something else missing in this missing persons case. That's coming up tonight at 10 o'clock.